So farfalle pasta, and I just love saying that. Farfalle, farfalle pasta. Hey everyone, what's up? Jefferson here, and it is a new month, and a new month means a new store. So last month we explored Walgreens generic brands, and this month we're going to be checking out Target's Market Pantry and Good Gather brands and see how they do. Alright, so you're wandering around Target and you're buying a few things, and then you're like, oh shoot, I have to get dinner tonight. So you wander over to the grocery section, you see the name brands, and then you see Target's generic brand, the Good Gather and the Market Pantry. Is it worth it to buy it? Well, let's check it out and see. Now, the Good Gather brand from Target is their newest flagship brand. They've got Market Pantry and a few other ones scattered throughout the stores, but this is their newest one, and according to their website, they're set to have 2,000 Good Gather products here pretty soon. So that's pretty cool, and it gives you a lot of choices when you go to the store. So today I've decided to go with farfalle. Now, farfalle is one of those words I just love saying. Farfalle, farfalle pasta, right? Now, farfalle pasta comes from the northern region of Italy in about the 1500s, so people have been eating this thing for quite a while. Went with the Good Gather brand at Target and Barilla for the opposite name brand, as well as a tomato basil sauce from the Good Gather and from Bertolli, who's been around since 1865. And then pairing it also with a mozzarella cheese, one from Tillamook down in Oregon and one from Good Gather. Alright, so let's dive in here and check out the pasta. So first up is going to be the Barilla farfalle noodles with the tomato and basil from Bertolli and the Tillamook mozzarella cheese. First impression here is pretty good stuff. The sauce sticks pretty well to the thick and rigid farfalle noodles. You can definitely taste the garlic and the tomato and the basil is such a great ingredient. It's a little sweet. They've got some sugar in there, but not too much. It's not overwhelming. My only complaint with the Bertolli sauce would be is that when I initially poured it out, it's a little runny. You can kind of see the water in there. And I was kind of hoping to be maybe a little bit thicker of a sauce. All right, so the Tillamook cheese is pretty good as well. It's kind of a thick farm-style cut, and it's full of flavor, and frankly, I just love the guys down in Tillamook. So keep up the good work on the cheese there, guys. So let's check out the Good Gather from Target and see how they do. All right, so this is pretty good. I really like this over here. Now, the noodles are a little softer, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I cooked both pastas to the same time they recommend on the box. The sauce tastes slightly different, but I really like it. It's definitely thicker than the Bertolli. When I was pouring it out on the pasta initially, I couldn't see it kind of running everywhere like the Bertolli stuff did. Definitely taste the tomato and the basil and the garlic and the extra virgin olive oil. I think that's a key ingredient there. The Target does not have any sugar in it, which this does, so you don't get that kind of sweet taste, and I think that's probably why I like this more. So it's a close call. I really like both these pasta dishes, but if I had to pick one, and I do, I'm going to pick Target's Good Gather brand just because their sauce, it's a little thicker, it doesn't have the sugar in it, their cheese and their pasta, I think it all just goes really well together. Alright, so thank you guys so much for joining me here in another review, and I hope this is going to help you guys make some smart decisions when you go to the store. And of course, I'd love to hear from you, so make sure you subscribe below, comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you guys next week. I'm going to be at Target for 3 more weeks before moving on to a different store.